all it's going to take. But anyways, I tried to warn and warn and warn. I know I only reach about 0.05% of the South here in America. Yes. How you doing, Chris? Thank you for moderating and being here. Chris, it has been rough. It's really been rough. January here of 2022 has been a rough start. Now, I sound like I have a morning voice, and it is because I just woke up. I traveled. I went on a travel. I don't know what the moon phase is, but for some strange reason, I went on a travel and got more information and more downloads. Sure did. I was warning everybody January the 25th in these areas. I said, North and South, get yourselves prepared because, first of all, there's going to be fires, buildings and houses, and loss of life. I knew it was going to happen. It happened. And right now, Texas is just blacked out. And I even said Texas. Let's learn from Texas. Because, this was January 25th. I had warned everyone. It happened in Massachusetts. And then it happened here in Texas. Texas is without electricity. This happened to them last year. It was so predictable. Texas is struggling with their power grid. Why? Because Tesla is out there. Tesla is going to get the electricity before anyone, and the downtown areas of Texas will receive power before anyone. The masses, okay, and the general population comes last because they're going to protect the corporations first. And I'm going to try to follow my own advice. I said we're going to need kerosene, and I warned, do not get in your car with your tailpipes covered in snow and let it run because you'll die in there. I gave all of the warnings and everything. So I want to make sure that we had some tornadoes and stuff on the ground yesterday, because in order to cool it down, they have to run that tornado machine, okay, over the air and create cyclones in order to get this cool down. Man, it dumped so much water yesterday. We were slammed, okay, with rainwater because they have to slam the South with rainwater and tornadoes in order to get the temperatures to drop. It's so fucking predictable. It doesn't even take any psychic power for me to make these predictions. So what I want us to be wise and go out and invest in a way to warm ourselves if this happens, because those people who are out without electricity, they will either have to leave and go to another city, or if not, that's if they do not have an alternative way to heat the homes, because they got snow on the ground. That don't look good at all. And I was telling Will, I said, I just had this dream that right around that when I made the prediction of the fire and the blackouts, and it's going to get worse. These blackouts are going to get worse, y'all. It's going to be bad before it's all over, Will. Oh, Lord. Chris, what you been up to? Missed you too, Chris. Thank you so much. Y'all, please hit the thumbs up button as I continue to try to keep my channel in the algorithms. As everyone already knows, they are trying to take my channel out of the algorithms because they cannot terminate the channel, because if they could, they would. But I got, so many warrior spirits trying to keep this afloat, as I've gotten down to about 1,000 hits per month. And it really does not make logical sense to have 2,000 videos, which they've taken it down to 1,300. I don't know how I went from 2,000 to 1,300. I guess so many of them, 700 of them, they have taken them totally down. You know what I'm saying? If you get your desktop and go back further on my channel, you'll find I've been putting videos up here since 2008. Okay? You cannot have those many videos and nothing circulating, in the algorithms, unless someone has intentionally took them out. And I always start off with this because I want everyone to know that all of my comments are shadow banned, as I try to comment on videos that I really like. You know what I'm saying? Have a conversation with the people in the comment section on videos I like. Those are shadow banned too, okay? So this is how desperate they are, you understand, to contain my message. I am not a victim here. I take full responsibility as to where my channel is now and the ranking in this community. I take full responsibility. I really do. I'm not a victim. Like I said, I've talked about some controversy. Like, I know it irritates them. It puts fear in them. When I talk about, hey, let's leave the churches. The churches are no good. They're threatened by that. And trying to get us together so we can create our own, you know what I'm saying? Not necessarily religion, but have our own oasis and our own comfort zone at the Temple of the Crossroads. This is when I started to experience most of my issues here on YouTube with the opening of the Temple of the Crossroads, announcing my DNA, making a big... It started right when I was making a big deal out of the DNA situation. And then the views started to plummet. So I'm here making a concerted effort to keep videos here, because, I was kind of drifting off a little bit into my own world and not really creating videos. But this is my main advertisement. So I got to keep this up until the Spirit says, okay, we got another way to advertise. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, I always like to start off with that explanation. If y'all don't mind, if you like this video, after liking it, put it in a place where you can save it and watch it again, because for 12 hours it does go into processing. When it's in processing, it's not going to be available for those 12 hours for you to just go back and watch it again, okay? If that makes sense to you all. Also, my website is down there, www.motherwizdomtree.com. You can find it down there in the description box if you haven't already filled out the submission form, so that you can catch up on videos, because some of what I may just wind up doing is just putting many of the videos that I create in there, so people who would say, hey, you know what, I didn't know you was making videos, you can go in there and find them. And also we have some wonderful products in there for sale. I got dolls going up. I at least have 2 dolls going up in there right now. I got jewelry. I have readings and consults if you are interested in those. Coming back to the subject matter at hand, you all need to get ready. First of all, I want to say this without... Okay, let's talk. Okay, so we're talking about the blackout. This blackout will be... Let's be honest. It's going to cover America. Okay, that's going to be this year. Get your alternative cooling and heating ready. Now, summertime is very tricky. In the summertime, you're going to have to find a way to keep yourselves cool. So I listened to Minister Farrakhan a while back. I mean, we're talking about, I've been listening to Minister Farrakhan since like the 90s, okay? Some of you all probably were born in the 90s. And Minister Farrakhan told us, because I know this is going to be crazy, but for 1 minute I was following the Muslim religion. Okay, I never ever put anything on my head or whatever. I would just listen. That's it. Just listen. I wouldn't. Now my sister is a Muslim that is actively following Minister Farrakhan. You know what I'm saying? And then I had friends, so when I said following, I was not in that, in the, what you call it? I can't even think of it. Mosque? I think that's what it is. But I was actually just listening to the to the Muslims. They would give out their papers and stuff, and I would read it. And Farrakhan, and I say this with respect, would say, and so I'm a lover of Farrakhan. Y'all need to know that, okay? He would tell us that we need to learn how to go without air conditioning in the summertime. He taught us how we need to fast and go without food, especially in the summertime. You know what I'm saying? Y'all probably heard that before, and it was a lot of survival things that he taught us a while back. Now, don't get mad with me now. A lot of folk gonna be like, I hate Farrakhan. My thing is, a lot of times we may hate the individual, but at the same time, we got to realize that the message, the content, and the work should be all of our focus. This is why a lot of people, you understand, will perish. Because I was telling everybody, and I was telling some Texans, I told y'all, get yourselves ready. Blackouts are coming. I was saying this last week. Blackouts are coming, okay? So hopefully the people who live in these areas like Massachusetts and Texas that listen to me, because I do have, Texans and Massachusettsians, New Englanders that listen to my content because I've done readings for them, okay? And they are still here. So anyway, you all need to know, because see, a lot of us live in other areas, that you gotta have to, the summertime is gonna be some major blackouts. Get ready to be able to withstand this humidity and heat. Can you do it? Are you gonna be able to do it? Okay, so we got that going on. Okay. Also, there's some other things I wanted to get you all ready for. Okay. Well, anyways, let's talk about the banks. More banks will be closing. This is not a prediction here. This is like what I'm reading. Okay? More banks will close. It's going to get to the point when they're ready to collapse, the final collapse on the your financial monies and the financial institutions. It's gonna be a norm thing that the bank is not gonna be open. So they're gonna slowly close banks. I notice now when you go in the bank, it's just quiet. It's like, because I bank with PNC, it's just almost like, and they're merging together. That's another thing. These banks are going to merge. It's not going to be a whole bunch of variety of banks to choose from. A lot of them are going to go out of business or either be bought out by major business companies. This is what happened with Compass Bank. Compass Bank was bought out by PNC, so now there are one. Okay? Watch your money when you're dealing with PNC. You have to really look at your money with a fine-tooth comb. Okay? Because when you turn your head, they do go in there and get a little piece of change out of their hand now. And I've noticed that with them, you know what I'm saying? And just telling you like it is. But what's going to happen is more and more banks, you're going to pull the door and can't get in. To a point where, it's going to get so normal that the banks are not open until when they get ready to reset bank accounts. You're not gonna be even interested in going in because you know they've already closed a long time ago, if that makes sense. A lot of people saying, I'm pulling my money out of the banks right now. That's doing you no good. And I'm going to tell you the only way it's really doing you some good, okay? You pulling your money out of the banks, okay? And you think you're being smart. You're not. Unless you're taking your money that you're pulling out of the bank and investing it into something else long term. Just having 30,000 stuffed under your mattress is doing you no good. If you are going to pull your money out of the bank, please get you a fire box. I have a fire box, a fire vault. I do have to do that because if you got money, like if you know $500 is all you got to your name, honey, you ain't got no firebox anywhere in your house, and your house catch a fire or flood out, your money is down the drain. Okay? This is why a lot of people invested their money into a bank, because just in case something happens, the thieves break in or something like that, or a fire or a flood comes, you still got money. The bank got your money nice and safe. Okay? So they got these fire vaults. Tax return monies, refunds. I guess they would be coming because I heard something about that too. I don't know how true this is, but it's been some people reporting that their tax returns, their refunds have been confiscated by the federal government to repay stimulus checks that were put out and child tax credits. I don't know how true that is. I was looking at TikTok. I'm not telling y'all like this is facts. This is not a theory. These are just a few people that were complaining, and it may just be their own isolated situation. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just giving y'all a heads up. Just be looking out for that, because I knew it was some type of trickery. If it's true now, it had to be some trickery in it. And I said, okay, well, see, I know what it is. They had to come up with a way to not put no money out. That's if it's true. I did not say that's true now, because people come back on me. They needed to use some type of trickery, hello, so that they can use some of that money for they're gonna use some of that money for I'm gonna put some lip gloss on for this water got to pay for. I don't know how true any of that is, because we get the tail end of things here in America, because as you all may already know, the Ukraine is in a situation where they may suffer an invasion of Russia. Okay, so Russian troops are said to be on the ground at the border, ready to just bombard these people's borders. You know what I'm saying? And so now Ukraine this is what's said. This is not a prediction, and this is not anything of that nature. It's just things that I've been watching. And sometimes the things you watch are not really what they really are. Like I say, you have to go outside of the country, outside of America, to get the pure truth of what's really going on. Because see, our country tell us, you understand, what they want us to hear, so they can go ahead and proceed with their plans, just to make us feel like y'all involved. In which the only way we're involved is the money portion of it, and the labor part of it, and the sacrifice part of it. That's the only role that the masses play in things of this nature. But it was said that China is flexing with Russia, and America, Biden had decided, okay, let's go ahead on and send out some troops and stuff. It is said, right, the last I called 8,500, he ordered 8,500 troops to prepare. I'm not even sure if they're over there yet or not. sending, and they said that they're not going to be on the ground in the Ukraine, but more or less in the airways in Poland. Poland also is coming to the aid of the Ukraine, but look at what's going to happen to the economy. And I mean, we're already strained because the reason why food prices are just skyrocketing is not necessarily because of this mysterious illness that is crippling people, destroying people. Now, and that's all I got to say. Because we can't on YouTube say anything about it, which is understandable because the people who are behind all of this controls what you say. There is no freedom of speech because at this point now, even though we may have a few freedoms and privileges to watch a whole bunch of entertainment, gossip, fighting and stuff, you still don't have any freedom of speech. They've taken that because we're now in and don't realize a dictatorship. And I'm not talking about a dick. And I ain't talking about the taters you eat with steak. And I ain't talking about a ship cruise. Hello? So this is where we are. You can't say anything on YouTube against this regime. You can't. So when I can't say anything against something of this nature, I know that what I have to say, my theory, is true. It's all true. So here we go. Right now, and I know y'all said, Mama, you just come here to complain. No, I came here to prepare. Look at the title. Prepare yourselves. It is coming. And y'all, I'm going to be coming here more and more often, okay? So y'all check daily or check the website daily if you're interested. Now, I'm not saying, hey, y'all, stop doing whatever y'all doing to come over here to see me. You understand? Don't wait on YouTube and notifications. They don't do that anymore. YouTube admitted in my what you call those things, analytics, that they only sent 12 notifications out for the month. Did y'all hear me? 12. For 28 days, 12 notifications were sent out. 12. For a channel with 2,000 views, they only sent 12 out. Do you see what I'm saying? That's going to happen to a lot of people because they don't have to send notifications out. They only want to send it to channels that they feel are safe. So I understand channels that may have some dangerous content towards a system, okay? Depending on who you are now. Some people can do it, some of us can't. This woman can. And it's all about my audience. I don't want you all to be informed. Okay? So if you're interested in watching these videos, just come on out. Don't wait on notifications. It's not that I'm not creating videos. It's just that, you got to check on your own to see. Because you ain't getting no notification. Once again, back to that. So with this is like we got a lot of chicken wing lovers. They have been popularized because y'all know I'm around them. They have been popularized. Wings, wings, wings. So everybody, you can come all on YouTube and Facebook, and people are showing you how to make some amazing wings and stuff like that. So, you go into grocery stores and stuff like that, you're not going to see those in there anymore. And I had warned y'all way long time ago, it's a chicken wing shortage. Long ago. And what's going on with that is that the restaurants are going to get the corporations always come first, okay? Corporations are getting top pick of wings and what is left because they can get a lot of money, okay? The poultry plant workers can get, the poultry plants can get more money selling wings to the restaurants. And the government is demanding that these restaurants get these wings first, okay? So wings are astronomical everywhere you go. Okay. When you go in the grocery stores, I went in the grocery store and I saw 7 whole wings for I think $12, $13. It just blew my mind. Blew my mind. And they were really tiny. And there's a place up the road called Jim and Nick's. They had party wings, the ones that are sectioned off. They had 12 of them for $26. 12 sectioned wings, not 12 whole, 12 sectioned wings. Because I said I wanted to try them because I hadn't had them in a long time. Because what they do is they'll kind of fry them and then they'll smoke them on the grill because it's a barbecue restaurant, and they're amazing. Okay, so I said I want to have some of those, and I said, ma'am, I want 6. She said we don't sell 6. We sell 5 or 4. And she said, but we do have 12. She went on up. I said, okay, I tell you what, let me try 12 of those. 12 sections, okay? She said that will be 20, I think she said 26, 27 with when the taxes and stuff like that are put on them. I almost just fell out of my truck. Do y'all hear me? I almost fell out of the truck. I said, but what? Oh, what? You get your sides to go along with that? Oh, absolutely not. Any carrots or celery or anything comes with it? No, ma'am. Well, I said, what comes with it? Ranch. This is how this is how desperate things are right now. So I was in the store looking at a bag of wings. It was a bag. It wasn't even quite 5 pounds. I think it was right at 4 pounds. They wanted $25 for that. Now, maybe this is just something going on in Alabama. And then they're not even nice and pink. They look kind of like they're old, sort of whatever. Like they've been suffering through something. Like these things are not coming from America. Look like they're coming from overseas, packed down in ice. I'm not no fool. A lot of this food we're getting coming from overseas because they're paying these farmers, okay, not to grow or not to have livestock. Y'all need to know this, okay? Because this food, some of it is already packed with altered RNA and DNA. The sickness. I'm going to talk about that in a minute. So, no, I'm going to go ahead and talk about that now. But now that we have war, food prices are going to quadruple. Food price. When I did Oya's Feast Day, as you looked at the table, and if you'd like to donate to Oya's Feast Day for prosperity and blessings, it's $9.99. You can cash out $ VEE $VENITALUV if you'd like to donate to her feast day. But anyway, so I had the feast day out, and I do have footage here on both on this channel and the other channel of me giving her a feast. Her feast cost me right at $500 and something. $500 and something. Barely had anything on the table. Barely. So, and it's rough. It's rough. You know what I'm saying? A friend of mine that has 4 children says she gets food stamps, and her food stamps will not even stretch over 2 weeks to feed those children. So if you got children, and you got to find a way to make those stretch. You know what I'm saying? I think she get like $400 worth of stamps for her and her family, and she works 2 jobs. That's the killing thing about it, is that these people are killing themselves. You understand? Laboring, enslaving. Okay? And they're getting these food stamps for the children, and they don't even stretch. About 2 weeks, I think, is what she gets out of it. And meanwhile, you will be getting free test kits and free masks. How about that? Wouldn't it be nice to have a food card instead? Every American needs a food card. Invest that into food. But I forgot it's not about us, is it? So, I'm just really questioning, why do you want to give us some free masks and some free test kits? Well, we're going to be hungry anyways. You see what I'm saying? If the sickness don't get us, which they might snatch this video down, but it's all right. The starvation will. Homelessness and the elements will. You know what I'm saying? Invest that into shelters for homeless people. It's a poor investment. And that ain't got nothing to do with the fact that, it's a lot of people are not well right now. But from what I understand, there is no solution in the first place but to get to hokey pokey. And that's a risky Russian roulette too. Right? So potatoes are a very good staple. Almost forgotten about. What I want to say is this: we're going to have to go back. And a lot of the stuff that we're used to having and stuff like that, we're just not going to be able to have it. You understand? We used to really eating really good in America, But we're not going to be able to do that for long. I see it coming. My auntie told me about this in 2000. In the year 2000, she said, baby, it's coming. Rationing times. And here it is, 22 years later. Y'all, where rationing is coming. I say we'll be rationing about the end of this year, midsummer. Stores. There will be some stores rationing, telling you can only have one tube of toothpaste, one bar of soap, one roll of toilet tissue, one light bread. And it's going to be like that. You're not going to be able to just shop and just buy what you see on the shelves. And half of what's on the shelves is not even nourishing anyways. Potato chips, cookies, and hot dogs and all of that stuff. The real food and stuff like that, it's not in no grocery stores, y'all. You have to go online to order that stuff, and baby, it will cost you a lot of money. That's how the wealthy eat. Wealthy people don't go in grocery stores. Because wealthy people, they know what's going on. And ain't no elites going in there. Elites are getting their foods flown in on a plane, variety food. To really eat real food, each person per month will need about $2,000 a month for one person to eat real food. This is honest truth, to eat natural foods, what they call organics now, okay? Natural foods have seeds in them. You don't see oranges with seeds in them. Some people say there are seeds in our oranges and stuff like that. Grocery stores don't necessarily have seeds in their oranges. When you eat an orange without seeds, you're eating an incomplete piece of fruit, because you're supposed to further go in, like I always tell y'all, and eat the seeds, the information in the seeds, okay? Then you poop the seeds out. This is the way nature have it, and you grow a new orange tree. Apples, they are trying to find a way to not even have a seeds in apples. This is why your seeds and your apples are so incomplete, until if you try to grow one, nothing happens. You understand? I don't care if you are a master gardener. You're not going to get any production from that. So all of the fruits that you see on the shelves are seedless now. Grapes, seedless. When I was growing up as a kid, grapes had seeds in them. They do have some grapes they call globe grapes that have seeds in them. But, excuse me, y'all. Could you tell me where they at? Okay? The food in the stores are not what you think they are. It's just something to keep you uh, gassed up so that you can go and do whatever you got to do. Okay? The sickness is in the skies. Okay? The sickness is in the rainwater. I'm going to casually say that throughout. And I know you all know what is coming on. It just turns on like a faucet. The sickness is in the skies. The sickness is in the rainwater. The rain triggers it. Okay? All by design. Um so I went on this travel and they were showing me more events to come, and they were showing where, it's going to get to a point where we won't be able to just come outside, just come out your house. You're going to have people, when they're out, they're going to have a very good reason for being out, because they're going to have to like I told y'all, expect more riots. I just didn't expect for them to be like they are with truck drivers, parking in the street, blocking things. That's like up there in Canada and everything. They're just blocking borders and stuff with their trucks and stuff. But now it's gonna get real. It's gonna get ugly. I was in a fucking riot in my astroscape, y'all. I was in a riot. People had their dogs and stuff out and everything, and it took a military to control these people. They had animals out there. People were just going crazy. They had, it was just so violent. And I don't know where it's at. I don't know if it's here, but some of them had these bottles with rags in them and fuel in them, and they were throwing, like, at the military. They were throwing. The military couldn't control them. They were throwing these, what you call, gas bottles and stuff out to the cops, and just blow. It was just a whole bunch of homemade weapons. These people didn't care, and the military was outnumbered. It was nothing that they could do about it. So expect a lot of these things to come. It's finna get real. It's finna get ugly. I'm in the chat room now. We got a very small chat. Let's see who we got in here. We got Chris in here moderating. Thank you so much. Chris says, hit that thumbs up, and that's good, because we've had quite a few to come in here for this little amount of time. We got quite a few thumbs up. Thank you so much, Chris, and thank you all for thumbsing it up. And like I said, don't forget about the channel. The channel is still here. Don't wait on any kind of notifications. Okay, this plane is on manual. Okay, it's not auto over here. What you said, Chris said Georgia too had a flooding, and the wind and thunder was roaring until daylight. Oh my goodness, we just had that. I mean, they just dropped it on us. I was like, good Lord, this is too much rain. I should have had every trash can lined up, but the sickness is in the rain. Watch out. To all of you gardeners, there are some people in Mississippi and here in Alabama that collect rainwater in trash cans so that they can wash their clothes. There's still some people living very primitive in these areas down here, and some of the Carolinas, you understand, they're still living off of rainwater. And so they take baths in their rainwater. Some people even have to cook with their rainwater. So what they do, they line the trash cans around the roof or the gutter areas and catch the water, because they have no choice. Some people don't have utility water. You know what I'm saying? Or a well. Their wells have dried up. And so what they do is they have to eat, cooking rice or food, whatever, with that water, or they're going to wash their clothes or take a bath in there. But the sickness is in the rainwater. Don't y'all forget what I tell you. The sickness is in the rain. The wind and the sky. Happy birthday, Aquarius is out there. Aquarians. I just turned 55, y'all. So, y'all know what that means. I'm in a whole nother arena with her wisdom. A lot of folks don't want to say it, but I don't mind, touting my wisdom. I think it's beautiful to grow old if they will let us, because the sickness is in the water. So it may just trigger some cough, some itchiness in the throat, just out of nowhere. And some other things. And on a good day, I want to talk about what's really, 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 really going on But I will sure enough have to find a platform to do it. I'll probably be doing it on TikTok. Hey, look, y'all, visit me out on TikTok. I'm Mother Wisdom on TikTok, y'all. I'm trying to get to 1,000 so I can go over there and start doing live in person. I got a long ways to go, y'all. I ain't got but 53 followers. Do y'all hear me? And it's because I really don't have any content out there because what I'll do if I can do that, then I'll do like a couple of videos a week on these two channels over here. And I got another channel I need y'all to go and subscribe to too. It's Mother of the Crossroads, if y'all haven't. I did a live video over there. Okay, I did like 3 lives where, not, yeah, I did a live stream there, but I'm having trouble. Like I said, they're really playing games with me. I'll go and I'll set up the live stream to go public, and there's no one there. And when I come back to check the video, it's on unlisted. So they're playing this game back and forth, back and forth. The last I checked, I didn't see the video at all. I don't know what's going on, but like I say, they are putting in a lot of effort. Okay, I do believe they watch me, and they got a shift going 8 hours. Because like I said, they also did something to my Office 365, so I wouldn't be able to write books. But I had somebody to come over and they fixed that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, what? They hit my computers, my laptops. I have to take them out of certain rooms, and my desktop. I done told y'all about all of that. This is what they trying to do. They're trying to make my life a struggle. But I love a challenge. I was built for a challenge. You know what I'm saying? This is why those spirits chose me, because they know I'm built out of tough skin. You can say whatever you want to say about me. All I'm going to do is laugh and say, I got a feeling you're talking about yourself. You know what I'm saying? I went through that all through school. I was going through my rites of passage for this right here all through school, honey. So you picked the right one, okay? You picked the right person to play these games with. I was still able to publish 4 books, even though they were erasing manuscripts. Me and the author was keeping them, and she had them. She was like, on the money, on top of the money. Hello. So, and I'm thinking, get ready to write another. So get ready. I'm getting ready to write another one. So get ready. So I spoke it in 2 different languages. I had to translate that, y'all. But yeah, this is what's going on here in my neck of the woods. So if you don't mind, go to the Mother of the Crossroads channel. Mother of the Crossroads. There you'll see me live. You'll see me sitting down there with my dolls. If it's there. Last time I checked, it wasn't. So I had to go to my post and post a tricky. Because they distribute post out too. If I'm not mistaken, you can't just say, okay, let me go to her channel and check her post. I don't think you can check it unless they distribute it to you. But then at the same time too, I'm not sure. I've still not figured out how to get to post. But if you go to my post on both of my channels, you can click the link to go to the Mother of the Crossroads video that I did in person, where you can see me sitting down on the bed. Not sitting down, but like Grandma said, sitting down. Also, and I know why they play games with that video, because they got scared. I got 2 dolls that will scare the spook out of you. Hello? Some people like to be spooked. Those dolls will be available for sale, so get ready, because people are asking about the dolls. Y'all won't buy. Why y'all won't buy my jewelry though? Y'all used to buy my jewelry and y'all stopped. Look. So what was going on is there was a lot of light coming through the window. But it's nothing to be scared of, because it was just lightning. That's all it was. Mr. Wood said, dude, look spooky as hell by you now. He said, what is that glowing in the window? I said, a spirit. What you think? Them my spirits keeping an eye on everything. I love them because, when people think they doing work on me, they be over there observing them, and they'll come and tap Let me know and show me through vision what is going on so I can remote review all those people who don't like me and they don't realize that they're not my enemies. They're my shadows, basically. Stop calling people your enemies that do work on you and seek to see you fail. Those are your shadows, meaning that they are a part of they look. Nice people are not liked because nice people can easily be manipulated. If you're a nice person out there and you wonder why you in a situation where people don't necessarily gravitate to you, and I'm not talking about us unlikables. I'm just a plain old unlikable, okay? You know, because people get my kindness mixed up with weakness, but I'm just talking about nice people. Nice people are the people that are not gonna really be honest with you. They're going to wiggle without a backbone. They're gonna go with whatever. If you say, you looking fucked up, they're gonna tell you look nice. Those type of people are not really liked. People love honest people no matter how blunt and ugly they are about it because they know they're going to get truth. What I'm getting at is this right here. You got people out there that are easily manipulated. And those people are people you really don't want to associate yourselves with. Because like I say, all of us have our own demons. I have minds. Some of them good, some of them bad. Now, your bad demons, these are the ones that have been with you since the beginning of you many lifetimes. And what they go in and do is manipulate people who are, in a sense, weak, vulnerable, and these people go out to call themselves. We're talking about the occultic community right now. They'll go out and do anything for that demon, your demon, against you. So if it calls for them to do any type of work on you, these people that have a lot of issues going on within them are willing to do anything. Most of the issues that these individuals have that are easily manipulated by these demons are things like jealousy, malice, greed. There's a lot of toxicity that goes on with these individuals. And they go on to become delusional to feel as if though you've done something to them in their paranoia without realizing this is my standpoint. If a lot of people may not believe me, if you ain't got my hair, you don't have any of my precious objects, you can't do no work on me. Hello? You have to have the essence of a person. The majority of the time, if you do have some freak nature things to happen to you, like I told y'all that happened to my uncle, they got a hold to, they were around him. This is why the practitioner is not to ever have anyone around him. Y'all, come on, let's get these thumbs up so I know exactly how many people really are in here. Um, you got to be physically in the presence of a person and have some items of that person, underwears, shirts where they've sweated under their underarmpits or what have you. When you do see something happen to an individual, you'll have a lot of people that have no association with them. No, they ain't got no hair, no clothes, no underwear, no nothing of the person that wants to take credit. A true sorcerer that has done work on an individual never takes the credit. Why? Because they know that there's always some form of consequences. This is why I am myself personally. I do not dib and dab with these black candles and get into any of these dark work. I allow my warriors to do it so that I can keep my conscience and my hands clean. Because when we do any work, you got to be ready for your blowback. Even if the work is justified, you will have to share some consequences. More drastically, your children can be pawns. So be very, very careful with that. Okay? You want to allow your warriors to do it. The only people that have to really get dirty and get their hands filthy like that are the individuals that have no warriors. They have no spiritual armies. They may have like a couple of, angels by their sides that may be overwhelmed to try to help them for when the person reverse it. People can reverse this. Auntie said, be real careful. She said, don't ever mess with stuff like that because people can turn it around. That's why I said, I am so thankful that I have warriors. Hello? That are willing to fight for me in the invisible world and the physical world, in all dimensions, covering everything. And that's what you want to do. You want to build a spiritual army, because I can go out there to somebody thinking that I'm going to battle and don't have nobody fighting but myself, because all wars are spiritual, just like the so-called war that may happen between Russia and the Ukraine. It's a spiritual war first. They go into battle that way first, and then everything else comes down. Okay? So what do? I set up my armies. Every time I give them a feast, blood offerings, events, I'm adding to my armies. If I had $10,000 right now for Jubilee to put towards an event for my warrior spirits, I would do it right now. I would be getting that ready right now. A lot of people take the $10,000 and invest it in, I'm going to buy a car or something like that, whatever. I'm throwing an event because I have seen the works. I've seen it with my own eyes. So I got to be careful myself personally. I might be going up against somebody, you know what I'm saying, that got warriors all over this planet. And y'all be hearing, mama sitting over here with no legs. Do you see what I'm saying? Build your armies. Hello? You can burn all the candles you want to or whatever, but it doesn't work. Burn your candles. You understand? Go to the cemetery and do whatever you want to do. If you got the money to waste like that. But you need an army. Hello? And building armies come with time. You can't build them overnight. You can't be sitting over here telling me I'm 15 and I got these, that, whatever. You're building at that time. By the time these people get up into their 70s and 80s, oh my God. Look, you can go and try to hurt an 80-year-old if you want to. You're not going to live long. Your days are numbered on this planet. I'm telling you from experience. Respect the elders. Hello? We have to respect the elders no matter how angry. Yeah, I can get angry too if somebody do something to me. But at the same time too, I still have to humble myself down. Okay, and on that note, I think I'm going to read the chat and I'm going to go on. I don't want to invest too much time. Well, we done had 24 people to come in here. That's still record breaking. And crossroads spirits. You understand? Because I have spirits at every crossroad. Every crossroads I have spirit. Hello? I'm Yoruba. Don't let me. I got to get into that DNA. The largest percentage in me, tribe wise, is Yoruba. I am 50%. What they said, 48% point some or whatever. I'm not sure. Y'all can go back and look at the history of it. I'm always talk about the DNA. That's what got me out the algorithms in the first place. When I kept on talking about that Egyptian DNA, because y'all know they said that they're the true Egyptians, and they're not. The true Egyptians are black, the original ones. Do you hear me? And they don't like us getting on that subject matter, but I'm 48% Nigerian. So I say I'm half. I'm half Nigerian. And the two tribes are Isan. I guess I'm pronouncing that right, but Yoruba. They say I'm a modern day Yoruba. I got nothing but Yoruban blood. I'm half Yoruban. So with that Yoruba blood comes what? Oya, Shango, and all of those. Orishas, Oris. That's a lot. And the other percentage of me, besides, I got a lot of percentage of Eastern African too, but, I got to brag on my 7% Egyptian bloodline. 7%, and I am, and more I say that, the more the numbers drop. YouTube tighten up on me. 7% Egyptian. And I am a descendant of Ramses the Third. I am a descendant. I looked at his face. I have that long face, long nose, and long chin, and I do look like Ramses. Y'all look at Ramses' face. I was like, oh my God, I even favor him. You understand? I can tap into the Holy Grail. All of y'all DNA, y'all need to know y'all can tap into your DNA for any type of information. When you're in those places and you need answers, go into your DNA. Ask it. It will give you the answer. It may just be somebody passing by. It may just be, I just come to you in signs. A book may just show up. You're like, I just asked this question just the other day. They will talk to you. The ancestors will give you information. But I am still, besides myself, with all of the information of where they say I came from. Don't get me wrong, all of it. But something about the Egyptian and then bordered a little bit of Nubia. That's another thing, y'all. Nubia is ours. Nubia is ours. There's so many pyramids in Nubia. No one pays them no attention as they drown them in the water, under lakes, which they have drowned. Oh, y'all, I just saw a light. Oh, beautiful. The angels are with me. I saw a light. Oh my God. Beautiful. What I was saying, beautiful Nubian pyramids not being protected. And I think the reason why they we are so much more fascinated with the Egyptian pyramids is because they're larger than the Nubian pyramids. And I mean, it's no doubt about it, they are black. They have the big noses. I just wonder sometimes, how come these people, these European explorers and these conquistadors and these Islamics, how come are they allowed to carve the noses off of these statues, off of these pharaohs and other statues? They just allow them to just carve their noses off. They don't have any noses. Like the Sphinx, where is her nose? So their nose look very melanoid in nature, because we have big noses. You know what I'm saying? and thick lips, so you'll see them with no noses and no lips, because they want to try to find a way to erase us from history. That is not possible, because the earth is going to return back to its natural tropical favor of black people. Like I say, no matter what color you are, you have to reincarnate back in here black. There's no way around it. Black people are the original people. You know? Even white people are finding out that they have black DNA, and Hispanics, because that's your original, whoever your ancestors were. You understand? So everybody got, I don't care who you are, you if you ain't got but 0.0000, understand, 1% in you, you still got black, because black, if they researchers have found that black people have the oldest DNA on the planet, and extra strands of DNA. Hello? We are the mother of man and womankind. And I was so happy also to know that I am a Moroccan, a Berber. My tribe is Berber of Morocco. And I was proud of that. So I've been doing research on all of those, as well as, but I'm more fascinated about my Yoruban DNA. So now I see why Oya came to me and chose me. Oya chose me. Hello? I didn't go and choose her. She came to me first. And she takes good care of me. Okay? If there's something going to go down, I'm not finna go and buy no candles. I'm going to tell my mama. I put down anything for my mom. When it comes to my mama, hello? She deserves whatever she wants. Okay. Okay, so we've had 27 people to grace this place. Can we get these thumbs up? If there are any people in here that haven't thumbs up this content, that like it, could you please thumbs it up? If you don't like the content, you can thumbs it down, because every bit helps. It helps me to know how many people have graced this place. Hey, Angelique, how you doing? Thank you. Angelique said this is very true. When we are truly protected. There you go. Listen to what she says. When we are truly protected, when we know we're protected, okay? Your spirits will take care of what needs to be done. We don't supposed to be worrying about no money. We don't supposed to worry about our bills, where we gonna live, where we gonna stay. None of that should be our concern. We supposed to be here doing the work. What is the work? The work is whatever you decide you feel is your niche. You're gonna feel it. This is when you're living a true life, a spiritual life. When you're living a wholeness in your life, you're going to know what your work is supposed to be. Because everybody's work is different. Your work may be running up and down a basketball court with a ball. Or you may be the coach. Everyone is a chosen one. There's no such thing. You're not a chosen one. Everything on this planet is chosen to do something. So the arguing and the bickering about who's a chosen one, who's not, who's anointed and who's not, who's a witch and who's not, who's a spiritualist and who's not, this is what I say. I'm not none of that. So I won't have to be involved in any arguments. I'm infinite. I always say I'm infinite. And whatever is being infinite means that in all of your lifetimes, because people, they go and adopt everything I say. I'm talking about the people who don't give you credit for nothing. Infinite means you are a whole being of all of your experiences, this lifetime, your other lifetimes, and your lifetimes to come. Because that's your sphere of all of that. I'm infinite. So you can have your witch. You ain't no witch. You ain't no witch. You can have your spiritualism, your mystic, your all of that, your sorcery. You can have all of that. You know why? Because if I'm infinite, I'm all of that. Hello? Magician, sorcerer, all of those things of me. Wizards. I'm all of that. Because I'm infinite. I'm not ancient. Just I always say I'm ancient. You know what I'm saying? But being beyond ancient is what? Infinity. We never die. We shed our bodies and go on and transition to the next phase of our journey and the next and the next. It goes on and on and on and on and on, y'all. mm. I just wish y'all could feel the power in there. So I can't be wasting my time burying anybody. When I went to the graveyard after Oya's feast day, and what did I take her? I took her an identical necklace of what I have on my neck right now, and she disassembled the old necklace because the two of us are now one. Hello? I gave her her offering on the altar, and then when I left the altar, I went and gave her her offerings in the graveyard. And I'm not telling anybody to do anything like this. This is just what I felt comfortable doing during the witching hour. I took her her offerings and I hung her a necklace that I made for her, and I made her a doll. I hung it on one of the trees that I congregate with, the tree that showed me images and stuff. I always leave offerings at that tree. Before I went in there, I always asked the gatekeeper to allow me in. I'm not talking about a physical person, okay? One time, the gatekeeper dropped $20 in my lap. I was going in there with a client, and boom, I said, "Oh my God, $20 is in my lap." It was just there out of nowhere. Hello, when I go to that graveyard, it'd be some what you all call weird things, but I call them paranormal, supernatural things happen to me when I go in the graveyard. So I had a man arguing with me, and I told him, I said, "Yeah, that graveyard chose me," and he was like, but that's a white cemetery though. It's a white cemetery. They just not started burying black people there. I said, I hear you. I said, but I listen to spirits, sir. I can't listen to you. Now, if they lead me to go to the all black cemetery, I'll go. But this is a mixed cemetery. I have white ancestors as well as black ancestors. And some of these white ancestors that you're talking about that I should ignore and not acknowledge are my ancestors. I'm not ignoring any of my ancestors, okay? The white ones are going to get something. The black ones are going to get something, okay? The sacred ones, okay? We're not just also, because some of our black ancestors, even as well as white ancestors, we're not good people. I always acknowledge the sacred ones only. Hello? Hello? My African ancestors and all will get my acknowledgement. The sacred ones, the loving ones only. Okay? So I told him that because he was arguing back and forth about me going over there and all of that. Like he had a problem with it. Matter of fact, he done started stalking the temple, just riding by, driving by. So if it's just like he got some type of fascination with arguing with me, going to one person talking and bringing back information. I get a lot of that. A lot of people make friendships talking about me. The majority of people who meet me and make friends, you understand, behind the scenes with me, tend to make me their conversation piece to glue their friendship and relationship together with each other. This has been going on way before YouTube. So I left her offerings in two places. And I know she is proud of that necklace. And when I got time, I'm going to talk a little bit more about the situation. Be careful calling on Oya if you are a child of Oya. She has sons and she has daughters. Some of them may be in here. Because like I was saying on one of my videos, that's why to make this video short, you may want to go to the Mother of the Crossroads if you have time and just listen to me talk about Oya. About 4 or 5 years ago, that 2017, when I was chosen by Oya at the ocean, she came to me visibly. She came visibly to me. Hello? She showed herself. Okay, y'all know the story. And from then on, I had started getting a lot of visits from her, and I never will forget when I was trying to grow my crop. That's back when we didn't really get no rain. Okay? Bone dry summers, which have now changed because what? The sickness is in the rain. The sickness is in the sky. So you can expect more rain this coming summer. Hello? Less sun, more rain. Hello? I'm already making these predictions. Y'all need to listen, okay? And spread the word. At every crossroads, let this message abound. Hello? Let no one be without my message. Even though I'm using this place right here as a platform, I'm using every crossroads right now as a platform. So I needed the rain real bad, and I know Mama, the rain is hers, okay? The wind is hers, okay? Lightning and storms and tornadoes are hers. So me being immature, I can say that I had a lot of immaturity going on. You understand? But as you grow bold, you grow wiser. Hello? Bold, not old, but bold. Because I'm 55, bold, y'all. I'm a senior citizen. Now, they want to teach us that that's a bad thing. No, 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 no. Change your thinking. That's a good thing. They want us to think that gray hair women is a bad thing. That's a good thing. That those are your honors right there. Okay? Those are your badges of honors. Don't mess with your gray hair, okay? Um, so I went out and I said, oh dear, or yeah, give us the, you know what? Because I don't want to say anything, because I don't want water to dump down. And then y'all see it. It's on this channel. If they haven't removed them, rain instantly came down. It started thundering. I did it 2 times in a row and did it on camera. And then and behind, y'all didn't know it. I wasn't capturing it on film. I was able to continue to do it and realized that there is a huge consequence when you're calling on things of that nature. And she would take like some of my chickens, my birds. I'll go out there and all the necks would be already slit for blood and everything. And that's Orisha you definitely don't want to play with. Not even when I'm not even saying play with. You just don't. You want to handle her with care and out of respect. You know what I'm saying? Some people may say fear. Her powers. You understand what I'm saying? So she took that year 9 birds, and that hurts. 9 birds either had their necks twisted or their necks just completely cut off. So it's real. So also with that, when you call on her, you have to respect the fact that all of who she is come with that. So you're asking for rain, but with her comes floods. So that came with it. You understand? With her comes wind damage. That came with it. So, you may just need a little bit of rain. You better find another way to get it, because you're going to pay mama. So I went outside, and I thought it was safe to do this. And this was February the 2nd, her feast day. Then prior to that, I asked her a week in advance before February 2nd, or if y'all, let's get the thumbs up. Could you please warm it up? It is just too cold in this temple. And I'm not going to just run the heat day and night. You know what I'm saying? Because that's an extra bill. That's another $300 expense every month. But like I said, they got a Wi-Fi where I can control it from my house and turn the heat on and turn it off from my, virtually. And I'm going to invest in that. I said, I really need some heat. Please make it warm, because around that time when I asked, we were down in the 20s. It was really, really cold. You would go in the temple and your hands would just get stiff and numb, like you done put them in liquid nitrogen. You know what I'm saying? So I went in the temple and I asked her that a week prior. So I say about that the 1st of February it started warming up. So we had 70 degrees. She did exactly what I asked her. And I was so thankful and so happy. And I was like jumping up and down. I said, Mr. Willis, she did it. She did it. She warmed it up. But listen, I want y'all to hear the consequences. And it's true. I do have the power, even though a lot of people may think that I'm delusional. And they may think that I'm just out of my mind and out of my head. I have the power to affect things in different areas by what I speak, speaking things in existence. You all do too. Be very careful what you speak into existence because you have far more power than they will allow you to know or allot you to know. Look. So I went out. I was so happy. It was cloudy, but wasn't no rain. This was February 2nd of 2022. I came out there because I started to film it. Then I said, nah, I ain't going to do it. I said, she did it. It's warm out here. She did it as I was getting everything ready to go down to the temple. She did it. And then I sung my song. And on one of the videos, I had it wrong. I said, Ola, Oya, Ashe, Ashe. I made a song up. But really, I said, Hola, Mama Oya, Ashe, Ashe. I was just running around in the yard. And I said, Hola, Mama Oya, Ashe, Ashe. Hola, Mama Oya, Ashe, Ashe. And I just sang, and you could just hear my voice echoing. And then all of a sudden, it started raining again. I stopped. I said, oh, Lord, February 2nd, 2022. Let me stop. Let me stop. Let me stop. Maybe it's a coincidence. I said, Mr. Willie. I said, the rain here. It's raining. I'm calling her. It's raining. It's raining. He said, oh, it been raining. I said, no, it ain't. I have been out here for the longest. It ain't no rain. Well, I felt a drop on my arm, because he's like one of those people. He's a skeptic. You know what I'm saying? So it started raining a little bit harder. And I was like, oh, Lord, I'm so sorry, Mama. Oh, yeah, I respect your power. The next day, February the 3rd, it dumped and flooded rain. Just like it did when I called on her the last time. We were just floored with rain. Do y'all hear me? I was like, oh, my God. It is flooding again. So what am I saying about this? Be very careful with these orishas and loa. You understand? Because like even in Urzili or Urzili or Urzuli or Zuli Freda Dantor, I'm sorry, Urzuli Dantor, if that is your warrior, hello? And somebody ain't doing you right. That's shit. She's got to choose you now. It can't be just somebody, okay, well, I'm going to adopt her. I'm okay. Come on, do some work for me. Because, see, you got some people, they listen to me and then they just adopt everything I say. They have to choose you. They ain't going to do nothing for you. They don't see nothing in you. So I'm saying, I'm a descendant of Oya. I'm one of her descendants because of the Yoruban bloodline. But if somebody call on her and she know that's her child, she will cut you up in the inside. You'll be vomiting blood, or your stool will be blood, or what have you. That's how dangerous that petrol god is. So that's why I said, y'all be very careful what you do out there. I know I am. I have a lot of respect. I ain't trying to go out and disrespect nobody. I ain't picking no fights. My thing is this: just justice always come from Mama. Mama is justice, because she may feel like, oh no, they ain't did nothing to you. Let your warrior spirit do your work for you, so you can keep your hands clean. Cause see, they're gonna go out and assess what's going on. Some of you might have little tiny armies. They might look and say, oh, that's a big arm. We're going to kind of let that slide. Mama might have a little small arm over here. She might not have no more than 2 or 3 people over here. You understand? Mama might. They may come back and tell mama, hey, we might need to leave them alone. Okay, okay, we can kind of live with that. Auntie says, always somebody stronger than you. Don't never forget that. Auntie learned the hard way. But y'all, we just sitting up talking about spirits, and we supposed to be talking about let me get back in here, okay? The dark goddess, how are you? She says Dumbala. Okay, Dumbala. Y'all ought to look at some of these old black exploitation type movies. They really give you a good depiction of what it's really all about when you're dealing with these Orishas and Loa. You understand? In Santeria Ifa, Palo Mayombe, you understand? And Voodoo Voodoo. They give you a very good depiction of it. One of my favorites is Sugar Hill. Not the one with Wesley Snipes in it and all that. I'm talking about Sugar Hill is one of the 1970s. And another one is a real good one I just discovered was House on Skull Island. House on Skull Island. That house is actually, in the movie, is actually in Atlanta, Georgia. If you ever want to go and visit, you can actually visit that house. It's over there. It sure is. But that's a good one, House on Skull Island. I'm gonna give you all just a little snippet. I also say you watch Ganja and Hess too. That's worth watching. But to give you an idea, without spoiling it, Sugar Hill is about this lady. Her husband, her boyfriend, had this nightclub, and these white people wanted to buy the nightclub away from him because it was generating a lot of money, and he didn't want to sell it. So, of course, they did something to him, and his girlfriend, she went to a voodoo lady, Mama Matress, and watch the rest of it. Watch the rest of it. Watch it. Y'all gotta watch that. And I like to watch that because it lets me know, hey, look, you know what? This is how this thing works. Now, how come we couldn't have more black exploitation movies? Because it will wake up too many people. Because that's your true gods right there. Spirit religion is your true religion. You understand? Your ancestrals. These are our ancestors. Shango, Oya, your Moja. All of those are our ancestors. Y'all know that, don't you? Okay? And those are your gods. Those are your gods. You're right here celebrating this God in the church. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to the bathroom, TT, and I'm going to come back. Excuse me. And then I'm going to start up on my other channel. And I'm going to kind of give you I want to talk about the black gods. The original gods were black gods. I want to talk to y'all about that. And why it seems as if though they are, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want to spoil it because then there's another content creator might run to her channel or his channel and beat me to it. I've been experiencing a lot of that. I've talked about some in the video, and then lo and behold, somebody else talk about it because YouTube will send it to you because they mess it like that. And I'm like, I just got through talking about that. Tighten up your borders. In one of my videos, it was in there. Okay? So, this is what's important. Going to the church is serving someone else's God. Those are not our gods in the Christian churches and in the Catholic places. Those are not our gods. Here in America, we're not serving our gods. Overseas, they serve their gods. On the islands, there's some Christian peoples on the island, don't get me wrong, that's serving another God other than their God. Okay? Don't get me wrong. But you're going to find where the Caribbeans are going to more or less be serving their gods. Okay? And so this is where I want us to go. I want us to go and explore, you understand, our own gods. Read up on your gods. A lot of people shame us because we have to Google our gods. But you got to do what you got to do. Once you start Googling your gods, they will come to you. You'll feel more comfortable calling on them. They'll never get to a point where where you scatter your own gods. That's what they want you to be. See, we're in the age now, a whole nother era of the ancients now. Okay? So they're going to be showing themselves to you. You're going to have an awakening of your own God, so you better be getting comfortable. Hey, Aboriginal goddess. What? I want to talk to. I got another video I need to do for you all about healing too. So I'm going to go in person on my mother. I'll address that. Okay. Aboriginal goddess. I'm going to address that on my Mother of the Crossroads video. So if you all haven't, could you please go out and subscribe to that? Okay. There is someone in here, because I can see it. You are plagued with nightmares. Now, I'm not necessarily talking about the chat room, but somebody watching that is going to be watching, I can see it. You are plagued with nightmares, and a lot of bad stuff is happening to you in your life. Somebody put a bad root on you, baby. Somebody put a bad one on you. And you feel unclean. Even Aja agrees. And you're suffering from anxiety. You're real anxious. You're living in fear. Your blood pressure up and you don't even know it. They've been writing symbols and different things on your walls, on your floors. They've been jinxing things inside of your house. You even had a little small mini fire, like something like kind of set a fire or something like that in your house. I can see exactly what you're dealing with. Now, anyways, I just wanted to say that because I keep seeing the stuff coming from this individual that is under attack. That's what you are under. You are under an attack. And you've tried every type of herb, every type of bath, and you can't get it off of you. Let me go back in here. Hey, Zen. Yes, the dark goddess, I can see your comment. She said, can y'all all see my comment? Yes. Zen, I do know about Dambala. And one of those movies I told you all about, they were calling on Dambala. I know in that movie Chucky, I think that's the name of Chucky, he was calling on Dambala's powers, that little doll. You know what? Dambala's spirit came to me when I was a little girl. I told y'all, I said a snake, an anaconda was wrapped around my body. I am not lying. People do not believe me because I've lived a very mystical, supernatural life. My life defies all logic. The logic that worked for most does not work for me. Hello? I was wrapped up with an anaconda snake. I was, as a child, I was always racked with fever because I have sickle cell trait. People like us who have sickle cell trait, we are ignored. No one cares about us. So I was always a little child having what I, as a child, felt like nightmares that are really like visions. I had visions as a kid. You know what I'm saying? But Damala came to me, I think I was about 7 years old, and a snake was in the bed wrapped up on me. Wrapped on me. My mom and my dad came to, as a little girl, I see it like this, they came struggling with that snake, trying to take that snake off of me. But I screamed and I screamed because I couldn't wrestle myself out of there. My mom and my dad rushed in the room and they was like looking like, what the fuck? They didn't know they had a special child on their hand. You know what I'm saying? Grew up, sometimes the snake was wrapped around my leg. The bone in my leg would be aching. I spent a lot of time in hospitals. Like I say, no one knows it, but even us with sickle cell trait, I have symptoms. I have symptoms. Do you hear me? I have sickle cell during crisis. I have sickle cells running through my bloodstream, just like people with the anemia. Don't get me wrong. The people with the actual anemia, my hearts go out to them, because with us with the trait, we feel very, see, I'm around them, y'all, we feel very minimal of the pain they feel, but they really go through it, because I'm telling you, man, it affects my hands, and my hands the most, and my right leg I get it most. It feel like somebody nailing you to the cross, actually getting one of them those stakes that be at the railroads, just nailing your hand to wood. And it's brief, but they don't get a chance to get over it easy like we do. So I run and I get my aspirin and take it, because I know that there's those blood cells are clumping up in different areas, but mine's mostly affect my hands and my right leg. So sometimes y'all kind of see me walking, or sometimes like right there at the tailbone, you may see me walk with a little limp, or travel trouble bending down and things of that nature because of my sickle cell trait. So I am a sickly type person. I am lucky to have made it here to 55. This is why I always brag on getting older, because when I was a young girl, I thought I was going to die. I used to always say I'm not going to make it to 20 because it affected my eyesight. I would have blackouts in my eyes where I just couldn't even see on one side of my eye. You know what I'm saying? And my mom would give me aspirin. So at that time, I didn't know when I was a kid, and I had, like I said, I would have all kind of fevers late at night when my mom would be treating fevers with our chills, just shaking, you know what I'm saying, in the bed, waking up in sweats, and things like that. Lots of congestion and allergies and stuff like that. She would put Vicks ass on my chest and put plastic on my chest, and I would just cough and cough blood. This is how sickly I was. Mr. Willie also has, issues with his blood. So our children, in turn, my daughter has beta thalassemia. I also have beta thalassemia, where our red blood cells are very, very tiny. So we don't transport as much oxygen as, a normal people. Now look that up, beta thalassemia. Minor. I think we got the minor, but you got a major. These people have to have blood transfusions every 3 weeks and every 6 weeks. Auntie has beta thalassemia also. But what those sickle cells serve as is the fact that we come from a Mediterranean area, Africa. They serve in place to, if you get malaria, it's supposed to kill the malaria. Okay? So now we have malaria under control here, and we're still stuck with the actual sickle cells. You know what I'm saying? And we're living with that. So 55 was a big deal to me. I have a cousin that died of sickle cell anemia. He got to be 65. That's pretty good. And some people live to old ages, 80, and what have you and stuff like that. But you just got me into thinking about that right there. So y'all don't, if you talk about something, I'm gonna go overboard. Hello. Let me go on up here, y'all. See what we got going on up here. I want to make sure I'm acknowledging everybody. Hello, Shirley W. How are you? Thank you, Miss Shirley. Hey, Cosmic Stylist. How are you? That's true. Angelique says everyone is not privileged to get older, and many do not get wiser. Okay, that's true. Okay, you cannot be speaking no other languages in here. All languages must be spoken in English, because what I'm going to do is take your comment down by the time this video loads up after processing. Once again, y'all, because I didn't expect to be here this long. Y'all, can we get the thumbs up, please? Number one, go down if you don't like it. Every bit helps. It lets me know how many people have come through the chat room. Okay, it gives me more of an accurate account of who all came. Thank you so much. We have reached 37. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little bit more time into the live streams. You know, and I got to, right? We got work we got to be doing. Okay. Um. Uh. Uh. What was I talking about? I totally forgot. That's true, Angelique. Oh my goodness, you reading my mind. She said the titles are confining and restrictive. Yeah, because as you evolve, now you stuck. So I come on the scene, I'm a witch, I'm a witch, I'm a witch, I'm a witch, I'm a witch. Popularizing witch. That everybody's a witch. And now you're finding that all of the people who've decided that they are witches, you realize you've outgrown that. And now you got to explain to everybody why you're not a witch anymore. Because you were the one announcing it. So I don't really want to restrict myself saying I'm anything no more. I just say if I'm infinite, you understand? Don't that cover all spectrums? I really don't want to put myself in the box no more. I can't do that. It is restricted. When you now you sitting up here in the container, okay, of wizards and witches and warlocks and all of this right here. But now you realize, now as you've grown, because I've been here now 14 years, and I've done a lot of growing. I mean, I have evolved, and I'm like, okay, witchery. My honest opinion of witchery now. And look like I'm gonna be here in 2 hours, don't it, y'all? Y'all, come on, get the thumbs up. So that means 40 people have been in here. they showing very minimal numbers of people, but people are coming in, I guess, thumbsing it up and leaving and coming, whatever, and that's good. I'm glad to see that. Uh, Let me talk to y'all about witchery. So people, because we're gonna all look, we're older than witchery. Some of us are ancient. Ancients were here before the witches. Okay? I feel like being a witch is a European type. I hate to say construct, but a witch is something European to me. And it's nothing wrong with that, because I am 6% European. So it's nothing wrong with that, because I got European blood. But it's something that they created. And I feel like they borrowed from something ancient. You see what I'm saying? It's a borrowed so-called religion, being pagan and all of that. It's a borrowed religion that white people created, and there's nothing wrong with that, because I was there one time and they talked about how they worship nature and all of that. But the ancients have been worshiping nature since the beginning of infinity. You see what I'm saying? And but it's also a word of persecution. It's also a curse word, and I feel like if I'm going to devote myself to it, I got to devote 100% of myself to it. And a lot of the stuff that they celebrate, like in bulk and the Sabbath and all of that and everything and all of that, I know I'm not going to devote myself to all of that, and it's more that goes into it. I feel like myself personally, if I'm going to do that, I should be a part of their circles and a part of their groups and everything to get the full benefits of it, and all that good stuff. So this is why I realized that it was something, and it's nothing wrong, because I think we all start off as witches in the very beginning. You understand? That was my start. This is why I have the book, All Women Are Natural Born Witches. If you want to check that book out, you can go in the description box, click on the Amazon link, and go straight over there and purchase the book if you want to. That's our first start. But do we need to stay there forever? No, 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 no. Somewhere in your evolution, you're supposed to be able to graduate from being just a witch. You know? So no, I'm not just a witch. So this is why you don't hear me saying I'm a witch, I'm a witch, I'm a witch no more. You understand? Mm. Just had my tea. Let me go up some more and get everybody. Hey, Lips and Froze, how are you? Thank you for the fire. Hey, Brittany, how are you? Sometimes I think these are like trolls or something like that. Maybe y'all need to tell me what this is. Don't click on a link. Sometimes when you delete them, you can mess your channel up, because all this vom.red and all of that stuff like that. You want to be very careful with that. Hey, Yana, how you doing? Missed y'all too. Hey, Ty, how are you? Hey, Natural Beauty, where you been? Okay, so Natural Beauty said there is a chicken wing shortage. There is a shortage, period, because the plant and stuff don't even have workers. That's what people don't know. That's what we don't know. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes, y'all. Um, it's crazy. We're in the dark. And I showed y'all some videos where these elites and stuff got these underground warehouses, massive. Truck drivers are spilling the beans and saying, "Hey, this is where they storing all the food." They're getting it now. Man, y'all, the videos are all over the internet. Please watch these videos where these millionaires and billionaires and stuff like that are preparing to go underground. The only reason you are preparing to go underground is two things. It's either a plague coming or some type of invasion from the sky. And they are going underground because they see it coming. Look, Nibiru is quickly approaching us, y'all. And even though they go underground, it ain't no, the earth, the magnetic field on the earth is going to be. Do y'all know the magnetic pole? Y'all look at this magnetic pole. It's going into a place they said is not have been documented in history. They know these things. They got scholars working for them. When that thing comes closer, they got so many names. Wormwood, it's got all kind of names, but at sunrise you can see it. Here in America, we're not necessarily going to see it at sunrise because they cover the clouds up. Y'all know what I be talking about with these artificial clouds and stuff from these nuclear plants and steam coal plants and these factory plants. They'll pump clouds out. And they also pump the clouds out from ships. They'll pump them out and with the chemtrails so that you won't see it. I want you all to pay attention. Every time they got those chemical clouds out there, they're always in the direction of where the sun is. Okay? When I was a little girl, 6 o'clock sunrise, the sun would be coming up. Now, it's not. It's always cloudy. Around 6 o'clock in the morning, it's always cloudy here in the South. They don't want you to see sunrise, because then you'll see the two suns. Hello? And the reason why the sun appears so large is because not only do they have the clouds in front of it, and that gives it an effect of being larger, but it's a sun behind that sun. Well, we call it a sun, but it's actually a planet. It's actually a planet. And it's getting closer. So in theory, I believe this is the reason why they're making the move to go underground. Look at these videos. You'll see them big, massive. They just done carved all out from under there. And the truck driver said, he said, food is going into storage here. Some of them got, well, they got it. Swimming pools, stores. I had a truck driver say that, yeah, he goes and start, they go and drop off stock on the ground. Whole world under there. They've created all of the water. You wonder why the water is getting scarce. Like when you drive by and you see lakes look like they depleted and ain't no rainwater in there and stuff. They're taking that water underground, selling it overseas. But what are we going to do? And they got these huge, you see these big old pipes sticking out the ground that make that loop like that? Those are their ventilation system. You're going to see a lot of those. What are you going to do? Like she said, a lot of these plants don't even have workers. Farmers getting paid not to grow any food. I'm okay with that. You mean to tell me I don't have to worry about chicken shit and buying feed and all that? You're going to give me a check for $5,000 or $10,000 a month or what have you? A stimulus check of some kind or some type of a relief check? Thank you. It was a black man on here. He was showing where he just shut his plant down. They pay him a stipend every month. Not to have to fool with chicken no more. That's why when you go in the store, you rarely see chicken. And if you do see some chicken, it's either the leg quarters or the leg quarters. That's all they sell now. Leg quarters in the store. 1 or 2 abused looking wings, and that's it. When you go into American Deli and everything, I ain't got to worry about American Deli. Can't sue me. I ain't got none. When you thinking you eating wings in American Deli, those are not wings, y'all. Y'all know what those are. Y'all know what those are. I already saw the plant where a lot of these restaurants are starting to get their chicken from. Not their chicken, whatever they call it. Most of your appetizers, that's not chicken. Y'all know what that is. When you go into the Asian restaurants and you're going to get your, what you call that coconut chicken and all that, y'all know that ain't no chicken. Chicken is hard to come by. Chicken is a delicacy right now. You understand what I'm saying? So, be mindful of what you're eating. That's all I can tell you. Hello? Hey, Robert, what you laughing at? Hey, Tiffany Buchanan, how you doing? Okay, hey, Miss Sean, how you doing? Shout out to you in Alabama. She said she lives in Alabama. She said, I'm in Alabama too, and yes, it was warm for the last couple of days, but dropped today. Ooh, God in heaven. Ooh, that was just too much water for Mama. I'm like, that is just too much water. Because, shoot, keep on dumping, honey. We're going to have a boat to get out from down here because I'm right next to the Alabama River. Hello, Star Venus. How you doing? Okay. Hey, Alexis. How you doing? Okay, so hey, Sheba baby. How you doing? Hey, Rena. Y'all, can y'all get the thumbs up so I know how many people really here? Cause YouTube been trying to do the most without, not necessarily sending out any kind of notifications. I got 10 people watching this. They said, Mom, we ain't getting no notification from that channel no more. None of them. That's over with. Your days of those privileges are over. You done pissed them people off so bad over there. They are through with you. But guess what? The message must go on. I ain't going to be able to stop. I got to keep going. I got to keep, YouTube, I got to keep getting the message out. You need to understand that, okay? We got to continue to connect up in here. Hey, how you doing? I call you I because I don't know how to pronounce Xochitl. How do you pronounce that? Hey, Goddess Wisdom, how are you? Okay, y'all. Any questions? Because what I want to do, I want to go to my other channel and discuss these gods. I really want to have a discussion on that. I cannot stand dreary days. I'm a sun child. I'm a daughter of the sun. I have to have sun, y'all. I can't stand this. For once in my life, I miss those blistering hot days. You know them days you can't stand. You have to hurry up and get in the house. I miss 90 degrees for some reason. I miss that. Oh, how I wish it was in the 90s. And I can't ask my mama for nothing selfish like that, because then every single time I ask her for something, she comes with the wind, the rain, the thunder, all of those different things. We can't be flooded out. I keep on asking and asking for that, y'all. Y'all gonna be, all us gonna be on boats. And don't let us all ask at the same time. See, I think in situations like that, you have to call. Oh, I just experienced an interruption, y'all. Oh, they got to do a reset. They do resets for these chat rooms. If they want to keep you at a certain amount of numbers, they'll interrupt your live stream to reset it. Now, that's true now. Because I noticed that when they do that, the numbers fall. They said no, because see now, I used to get up to 50, 60, 70 people in chat. Now, I if I get over 20, honey, it's like I may as well throw a party, okay? I may as well just pull out the champagne. They got this channel set at a capacity of 20 people. I pay good attention to all of that. So I just wish I could be outside right now, because America, y'all, I just got so much to talk to y'all about. Don't let me forget, because I'm going to go to the other channel and show it a little bit of love, because today is like a little bit of my like off time. You know what I'm saying? I want to share with you about the weather. Don't let me, I need a pen so I can write that down, because it slipped. It slipped from my mind. Let me just throw this out here. That if this is a global one world order that we're merging into, that will not be successful. This is what their plans is. But that's, our spirits already said it is not going to work. It's going to be a failure. So if it fails, their next plan is to just take on the ground. You understand what I'm saying? Because they know we finna be in a have-not situation where we've shown up ain't gonna have nothing. And they don't want to have to see it. So that's why they taking the wealth under the ground, okay? I keep saying it over and over again. They're going under there with that. But all countries all over the globe must participate in allowing them to spray the skies, to drop the temperatures. Any country that will not go with this new world order, they will assassinate their leaders or hold their leaders captive. When I say leaders, I'm not just talking about the presidents, but that's one portion of it, but the leaders of the country. So they are all in fear, and they are all cooperating with this new regime. Hello? Okay? War, death, and destruction will come to the country if they are not allowed to do it. So this is why the temperatures are dropping in Cuba. Cuba should not be getting these cold temperatures. This is why, as you go in those places that are Caribbean, that supposed to be hot as hell, and they supposed to be hot, they're gonna be cooling off. This volcanic ash and shit coming from these volcanoes, they are all involved in all of that. They're involved in that. They need that white ash in the sky. This is why people feel like they're choking and coughing and choking and coughing when they go outside, because the sickness is in the skies. They want this volcanic ash to cover. They're excited right now because they claim it cooled it off so many degrees when Tonga went off. So you're going to be hearing more and more hype about volcanoes going off. And it is because they are actively involved. You understand? I told y'all a while back they want a nuclear winter. If they can get the entire skies covered with white ash, you understand, for another 20 years, they can get the temperatures down all over the planet, below zero if they want it. And that's to keep it comfortable for them. That's their element. See, the sun is our element. Their element is that. Ice. And see, they really wanted to cool down at the Arctic because that's the Arctic cooling system. So when y'all be seeing these blizzards of snow, you understand, oh, there's a blizzard here. All that snow machines, y'all. When you go up there and look up there, and they show that the soldiers walking in the snow in the Ukraine, all of that stuff, they're creating that, y'all. That's not real. You're not getting no blizzards and all these. I don't get pole shift my ass. You're not getting all these blizzards and stuff all over the place. And we sitting up here. The Arctic is warming up and melting. Come on now, think. We got to put our thinking caps on. My daughter argues with me, Mama, but you can't say that because there are certain and how she talk her environmental changes as you go from one place to the other. And no. I'm not listening to that. The Arctic is the cooling system, and it is melting. Glaciers are melting, which are raising up the seas and the ocean. Expect for deserts to turn into tropical places with trees and plants, y'all, as these waters began to rise. And like I say, not for long will these weather machines continue to work. This stuff is not going to continue to work because, like I said, Nibiru is approaching us. It's coming closer to us. It's going to start making things a little bit more unstable here. If anybody here know anything about Nibiru? Because when I saw people are filming it all over the internet, they are filming that. And I'm like, yeah, this issue's real. This ain't nothing to play with. Thank you, God is wisdom. Because a lot of folks just think I'm just talking. I warned y'all. I don't know who was it with me the last video that I did, last live stream. Then I warned everybody to prepare for blackouts. Now Texas got this huge blackout. They don't know when their power gonna come on. Didn't I warn? Didn't I? Anybody was in the last live chat on this channel when I was warning people about this blackout? I'm sitting here waiting. Is this a new crowd, or was anyone in here listening to me on the last live stream when I said Press 1. Thank you so much, I. You sure was. You were in there. You were in there. I appreciate you being honest about it. Thank you. I had told everybody that blackouts was coming because we was talking about the blackouts in Massachusetts, and I had warned prior to get ready for blackouts before the blackout in Massachusetts. Okay, Goddess Wisdom said that's why the atmosphere is changing and they're using their machines too. Honey, they got machines all over the place. And people laugh at me when I say they got weather machines. That shit shoot true. You see it on YouTube. I can hear them running. I saw them when they took to the Alabama River down the street. When y'all see those cars and stuff, those are police cars behind these long cargoes and stuff like that. That is because they're carrying top secret information of stuff, something that they don't want you to see on those long cargoes. What you call those on those tractor trailer trucks, okay? And you be looking at this strange stuff. What the hell is that? Some of them be weather machines. And I'm always seeing the liquid nitrogen truck going up and down the street. And the liquid nitrogen is dangerous as hell. Liquid nitrogen truckers just going up and down the street. They be going in and out of airports. So they can spray the sky to cool it off. Liquid nitrogen. Hello? Going all down the road down there to fire up that machine up there. And using that water from that river to produce precipitation and all to cool it off. To keep it cold. You can hear it running. You can't go down there. Because I got a video where I tried to go down there late at night and the security guards were there and wouldn't allow me to ride down there. They know what they're doing. I appreciate all you all for pressing 1. Star Venus, how are you doing? Oh, I already spoke to you, didn't I? Okay. She said, I may have been there or maybe I caught it afterwards. The live streams are so long, so some people come in and they come out because they have things to do. A lot of people don't have 2 hours to invest in a video. Some people do and some people really don't, because like I find myself speeding through it myself. I can't sit through here because sometimes I make a lot of mistakes, y'all. I be getting so overly hyped. I make mistakes. One of the videos I was supposed to say February 2nd. I said February 22nd. I was supposed to say Oya's feast day was February 2nd. I said Oya's feast day was February 22nd. So I do make mistakes. I'm human and I'm prone to mistakes. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you, Teresa, for being honest. Teresa was in there when I was telling people to get prepared for these blackouts. Boom. Look at Texas. Look at Texas. This ain't a good time to be sitting up here without no electricity. You have to get up and leave out your house and go somewhere else. Stay somebody else's house. I was looking at that blizzard up there in Massachusetts where this lady had snow packed up at her doorway up to about, looked like it was about 4 or 5 feet. I was like, I ain't never seen that. I would panic. Literally, I would have a panic attack to see that much snow blocking in my door. Just open your door and just see nothing but a snow wall in front of you. Because the first thing I get to thinking, oh my God, what if we have an emergency? You cannot, it's going to be some people that are going to die in the house and stuff. They just go, like this man, he said his wife, during one of these blizzards, she died in the house, in the bed, and there's nothing he could do. Just left her body. That's so sad. Left her body in the bed. He said he slept in the bed with the body until it thawed till they can get her body out of there. That's sad. That's sad. That's sad. And sort of scary too. Sort of scary. That's kind of scary. Could you imagine sleeping next to a dead body? Could you imagine? I remember when my dad passed, I wailed over his body and wailed over his body and wailed. You know what I'm saying? Because they have, because there are spirits that hijack bodies. Yes, that happens all the time. People talk about Haiti all the time. That happens all over the world. That's why in some countries and stuff like that, when a person dies, the coroner, I mean the people will come and get them, and they'll crack your neck like that, turn your neck and crack your neck, and that's to prevent another spirit from going in there. Because you got a lot of spirits out here that want bodies. Hello. I ain't gonna scare y'all now. Cause I used to tell a lot of spooky. I could tell y'all some spooky stories. I don't want to scare y'all. Okay, I don't want to scare y'all. Let me leave y'all alone. Oh, that's so sad, Aboriginal goddess. That's so sad. Hey, Star Venus. What you say? Yes, this is Valerie. I sent you and the temple a painting sending you love. Did you see? If you go and watch this video, I showed the temple on one of these videos. You'll see the painting. I have the painting up on the curio. Thank you so much. If I think it really looks beautiful right there in that spot. Thank you for that beautiful artwork. Have you seen it? Did you see that video where I showed the temple and the painting is there? Huh? Oh, Goddess Wisdom said this live did show up. Y'all show Mama some love and give me some thumbs up or some thumbs down? Because thumbs down don't mean nothing but the same thing that thumbs up mean. They mean the same thing. You showing me some love. Show Mama some love. Up or down. Okay? Because I like to cover up and I like to cover down. You understand what I'm saying? Because up and down is all a part of my existence. So go on and do that for me right quick. Okay? Go ahead and do that for Mama. We have 47. Can we get up to 48? Can we get up to 48? Can we get, who gonna give me 48? Hello? It's gonna be some lucky person out there that gonna give me that 48. So I'm glad to know that you did get a notification. It does give me some hope over here. Okay, I said she lives in Los Angeles. Let's talk. Thank you to the 48th person. May you be blessed this season. Um, I heard Los Angeles is just really getting out of hand. Food wise, real estate wise. Skid Row is getting new residents. If I lived in California, before I just go to Skid Row and just live like that, I'd just come on back home. I would just come back home. I know California is a beautiful place, and which one of my DNA companies and stuff that I went to went on further to trace the footsteps of my ancestors here in the America. So it's deep. They told me about my African history, but then they said as Yorubans, we went to. Y'all know I gotta talk about it. We went to Saint Martin. Y'all ever heard of Saint Martin? And then we went. This is us in the Americas, them tracing the footsteps, and then I'll go back to what you were saying. I hope I don't forget it. Saint Martin and Guyana, Suriname, Dominica, not the Dominican Republic, but Dominica. Um, I love talking about this. Then we went to help me out, y'all. Y'all know Mexico. Mexico. My ancestors went to Mexico, Panama, the country Panama. Then we went to New Mexico. It actually said that my ancestors suffered the slave trade of New Mexico, and those were the so-called American Indians at that time. But my first footsteps of my ancestors here in America was Oregon. We were in Oregon 6900 or 6300 BC before Christ. So that was my first presence Well, my ancestors' first presence was in Oregon, and I can't even find any information on, what type of people were here 6300 BC in Oregon. Like that's some shit right there. And it's funny because my daughter's drawn to there. She wants to go there. I said, don't go there. That's not a place for black people. Just don't even go there. Stay where you at. Um, and then from Oregon, that's when we spread it out and we went to places like New Mexico and Mexico, Baja California. They said that my ancestors were in Baja. And if I'm not mistaken, Baja California is like San Diego and Mexico. And I called myself on my way there, but I couldn't go. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to go, but I'm not gonna put that trip off. I'm gonna take a RV there. It's just so much going on. You can't go. Maybe I just need to just fly over there, kind of just feel it. Just feel what my ancestors felt like. You know, when I was a girl growing up, you know what I'm saying? We did a lot. My uncle lived in Compton, California. So we made a lot of trips there. And as a little girl, I felt like I was at home. And now I understand why. But of course, I couldn't stay there. You know what I'm saying? Because my parents, they wanted to come back to Alabama. And, I guess it was expensive then. I don't know. I don't think it was expensive then. But that's really my love. California is my love, and now I understand why. Now, y'all don't get me to talk. Y'all know how I am. Now I'm gonna have to stop and break it all down. Also, it reported that my ancestors been all over this globe. Uh, they had Alaska in there, and they had Iceland in there, and Australia. So all of these places are the footsteps of my ancestors. So you can go. I went to 3 DNA companies. Y'all can go to a DNA company and have other DNA companies to analyze and give you a better idea of you know, where you been. So we did have 48 people to grace this place, so that's not bad. I call it a victory. So you've been wanting to visit Mexico City? Oh, wow. And then you make me think about something. It says that, when my people were in Mexico, they were Aztec Indians. Mm-hmm. And when I get a chance, I'm going to show it again. But I noticed that the more I show that DNA, the more these numbers drop. More numbers drop here on YouTube. So, but, it's got to do what it's got to do. Because I got to show people, that, I got to show it and be honest. I got to be honest that black people are the original Egyptians. Because I know that's the reason why my views drop. Black people are the original Egyptians. Everything else came behind us. We are the original Moroccans that came to the Americas. We got here first. We actually, if there was a Christopher Columbus, the Moroccans navigated him over here to the seas of America. You see what I'm saying? See, we got to stop being so giving and so nice to these elites and stuff like that. They take it and they run with it. And then they call us an Indian giver. When we say, hey, you can't have this. This is ours. No, we're going to take it back. You're an Indian giver. I think that was a popular thing back in the 70s and stuff. Okay, I say yes, I love the Aztec culture and stories and learning the language. Now online. Oh, okay, that's beautiful. I says my grandfather is from Oaxaca. Yes, I have heard some wonderful things about Oaxaca. Okay, Star says she gets all notifications. Wonderful. Glad to hear that. Oh, yeah, I'm going to be telling the story. Okay, now, it was nice, and everything. I thank y'all so much for coming out and everything. If you don't mind, please, once again, hit the thumbs up or the thumbs down. Make sure you are subscribed, you understand, and hit the notification bell so that, if by chance YouTube have a heart, they can send you notifications. Okay. Please save this video now and watch it over and over and over again if you'd like. If you got something to do, don't worry about it. Because this video will be unavailable for 12 hours. In some cases, it's available. In some cases, it's not. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I'm gonna have to talk about what I see. I can see things. I can see some of y'all situations out there. Um, um, Make sure you save this video so you watch it again. Somebody out there got, like, you dealing with some like, is it rasher or something. Now I don't expect for you to be just come out and say that's me, because some of these people are not even in the chat room. You've been played with some skin issues and everything. And I can see it's like you showing them to me. People be showing me some things like when I be talking, so that's why I kind of get distracted sometimes, because I can see some of the things, just like this person who's got this nightmares and this stuff going on in their house. You know what I'm saying? And I know you question your sanity at this point. But anyways, y'all know I need to get up and go. 2 hours is too long. And so I can hit my other channel. I want to talk about these gods. Okay? That's coming up next. Okay? Thank y'all for coming out, y'all. Bye-bye.